Well, we didn't discuss the response from MMA with David.
Well, we can do it live and in person.
Okay, you're on.
Okay, welcome, folks. I received an email from Ms. Pride saying that more than 10 or 11 people listened to this spectacular broadcast. Apparently we have, 10 to 15 live participants or listeners, but she said there's probably another 60 or 70 people that listen to it during the week when it's more convenient for them. So to those 60 or 70 people, hello, a few days late. As usual, we start with our town clerk's report.
Okay, being the front line for the phones, we're taking calls about our code enforcement coverage. And I guess Jesse is out for a little while. And people need to be able to get things done, so looking for where that's going. Do we have...
Well, long term, we'll have a deputy CEO.
Okay.
But for the next 2 or 3 days until Jesse's back, there's really no coverage.
Okay. All right. My only comment is that this has been on my report since Jesse was out 4 months ago, so.
Well, we did have someone that we filled in, and then they decided not to.
Okay.
So we did have a replacement.
Yep, okay. Compliments to the lawn care company when they were here last week. They ran the weed whackers, they cut everything, and it looked great. And they were back today, so I'm pleased.
That's good.
Yeah. There's one tree behind the shed is something that's just come up, that needs to be pulled out. I can possibly do it right now when I got a stiff neck, but if not...
We won't ask Leslie to do it.
Yeah, really. So, anyway.
If I have time, Dave, I've got my pole saw, so I wanted to cut a few of these limbs off down here so we
Yeah.
can see that sign better.
Yeah?
And if I get to it, I'll
Okay.
cut that thing.
Yeah, if you're going to cut it, just make sure it's low enough that they can mow over.
Oh, yeah. I do that all the time
Okay.
anyway.
Okay. Good.
Standard procedure.
Good. Okay, our citizens petition, discussion of the MMA response. So basically, my interpretation of their response says what's been submitted and forwarded to you, because of its lack of enough valid signatures, says that that submission is not valid. If the board wanted to present this same thing to the planning board, not through the petition process, but through the board's own volition, and to use a word that the lawyer used, they could do that. Otherwise, it goes back and the petitioners can do another petition if they want.
Did you receive the additional 10 signatures she mentioned?
Yeah, yeah,
Are they valid signatures?
there are 10 valid signatures.
So right now the total is 83 or 4 valid signatures,
Well,
roughly.
yes and no. I mean, it depends on how you're looking at it.
Well,
In terms of that petition, there are only 73, because once it's submitted, it's submitted.
Now, the circulator's affidavit is the first part?
Circulator's affidavit, I have a copy of. That's fine.
Okay.
so that's fine.
So it's up to us whether we accept the other 10 signatures?
No, it's up to you whether you want to present, you as the select board want to present what this petition is looking for to the planning
To the
board,
planning
not
board.
through the petition.
Not through the petition.
Petition is not valid. So,
Okay.
What
Or-
kind of future trouble could we get into for this?
none. I mean, it goes to the planning board. I would have to look at the ordinance to see exactly what the planning board does with a selectman's
Or
recommendation.
initiative, whatever.
Yeah,
It's just like we submitted it ourselves.
right, exactly, yeah.
So-
I don't know, they still have to vote on it, I think. I don't know what kind of majority they need, but they need at least a simple majority, if not a 2/3
And
majority.
there's still a public hearing, and then it would be...
Oh, yeah,
So, okay.
absolutely.
So,
So we'll talk about this, Dave. My personal opinion is that the person came up with 80 signatures. Granted, she didn't have, but she obviously didn't know that 8 or 9 signatures were invalid. She lives out of state.
No, she lives
She lives-
north.
Oh, okay.
She's in state, but far north.
Okay, so it's, I certainly would feel like giving her the benefit of the doubt as far as collecting the signatures if we can do it. So we'll talk about it and see what
Okay,
we're going to do.
and when you,
Oh, I don't know, when Jesse, I'd like Jesse to
Okay.
be here.
okay, all right, fair
So,
enough. Okay, we sent out reminder notices about real estate taxes today. We sent 181 of them. So that's everybody who owes 2021 taxes, and obviously if people owe 2020s, they were included in the notes. This is in anticipation of sending the 30-day lien notices early in July. And this does a couple of things. First of all, some people will pay from the reminder notice. And second of all, it gives us address checks. So if we get things back because invalid addresses, then we can do some research and try and figure out where they are so that our lien notices go to the right address. Bulky waste, have we heard any numbers from the pickup?
no,
No?
we've sent an email to Mullen
Okay.
asking for what they picked up in a comparison with other bulky waste pickup.
Yeah, okay. Just a note about the meetings that you alluded to at the beginning. The fact that people watch it after the fact, which is good to know. Oh, by the way, there are metrics that I can look at that didn't reflect the numbers that the email suggested, but they do show me. I can look a week after and see how many people
viewed
looked at
the-
it. Yeah,
Viewed the program,
Right.
whatever you want to call this
right. I can also look at that number for the website. So you were looking for our count on the
Yeah,
website. I
okay.
can do that also.
Would you do that the
Yeah,
next
I
whatever?
certainly will. Yeah. We're still waiting to hear back from Bert Malik of the OCP office to see when we can reschedule the meeting on getting information on marijuana. Breakdown of the collection of taxes, we got very little since last week. As I said, there are 181 accounts that owe the 2021 taxes. Those are the ones that we sent the reminder notices to. Understand the Mounces are refusing to pay their rent bill that was sent recently. And my questions are, what's next? And when are we gonna say enough is enough?
When it's appropriate. We got a response from the Mouse's lawyer
Yeah,
concerning,
heard that.
so it's now, they're discussing whether under the terms of the lease we can charge them rent, so that'll go back and forth for a while. They've made an offer to increase the amount of money that's in the escrow account on a monthly basis. When they purchase the building, they will be due to have $100,000 in escrow. Right now, there's 10, which has been there for 2 or 3 years. And we'll come back through our attorney with a counter proposal about changing the amount and speeding it up and that type of thing. So there's dialogue going on. Their point is, when the court makes a decision, which we're hoping in the next whatever, they'll move forward to purchase the property.
Okay.
So, I mean,
just see
we have
dollar bills to
well, we
continue.
have a commitment from, in effect, of their attorney saying they're ready to move forward just as soon as the court decision is made.
Okay.
So,
All righty. And then, of course, the Stanley Building. That's related, I guess.
you know, there's been nothing on that also. That's just waiting another court decision.
Yeah.
But they're tied together. This is really the same court decision.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. All right, one thing I didn't put on here is that nomination papers for our elected positions will be available next Thursday. And we are compiling the list of open positions. So anybody who is looking to run for one of our elected positions, that would be the time, or after that time, to pick up nomination papers, and they are due back 40 days after that. And I don't have that date in front of me. We have an ad going in for next week's shopping guide, and it'll be in there, and I'll post it on the website as well.
Don't we have an election coming up next few days?
The primary election next week, yeah.
On Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
And what are the times on that?
8 to 8,
8 to 8?
yeah.
Okay. Has that been posted yet, David?
What we have to post, yeah, it's a state election. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't do much
No.
in terms of posting.
But I mean,
We
it's
have-
usually out
yeah,
here on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. It is a primary, so you can only vote in your party, and there are only ballots for Republicans and Democrats. There are no Green Party candidates. So if you are in the Green Party, there's nothing to vote on. If you are unenrolled, you can enroll in either of the Democrat or Republican Party up to the time you vote, and you can vote in that primary then.
Okay.
that's about it.
And I think that's it. Yeah.
Deb?
I have a question. I'm waiting for Jesse to come back on the petition, citizen petition. You mean when you come back from your vacation? That's when you, because I'd like to let her know.
Well, maybe we can, oh, Jesus, how do we do this? Well, I can vote now, I suppose. No, I can't vote now. I
The
can't
two of you
express
can
my
vote.
feelings.
You can
The two of
express
you
your
can vote.
feelings, or the two of you can vote.
Well, I would like Jesse to be involved, that's the problem. Well,
If it would be Jesse and
we
myself
certainly
could do
can
that,
decide,
too.
and if Jesse
Give us
was really concerned, he wouldn't have gotten sick.
Well, you can give us your opinion and then.
Yeah, well, I
vote.
mean, I think that we should, with the additional 10 signatures and the affidavit or whatever it is that you mentioned, that we should accept that, just accept it, and then work with the planning board, give them either that application or our initiative to do that.
Okay, if I can clarify,
Well, you certainly can clarify.
the petition is not acceptable, period, okay? You as a board can put forth an amendment.
We can't accept it with the addition?
That is correct. You as a board can put forth to the planning board
Okay.
an option or a suggestion that they modify
The guy, as according to the, actually, the petition.
what
Okay.
the petition asked for,
Oh,
or
okay.
anything else for that matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They haven't applied for the planning board yet, have they?
there's nothing for them
No.
to apply to the planning board for.
Well, this petition goes to the zoning board?
No. No, it comes to the clerk's office for verification of signatures and the select board office once the signatures have been verified or shown to be not meeting the criteria. They did not meet the criteria. If they had met the criteria, then the select board would present this to the planning board. and the planning board would do its process. But since they didn't meet the criteria, if it's going to go to the planning board, it's going to be a recommendation from the select board. If you look at the zoning ordinance, it spells out the ways.
But it is,
That petition is no longer valid. Pretend that doesn't even exist. Okay?
all right,
If you want to present a potential zoning change to the planning board that happens to look like what that piece of paper says, you can do that. That's one of the ways that the zoning ordinance can be modified.
but how does it come in front of the planning board?
You present it to the
We
planning
have to
board.
present it. to them.
Yes.
So we have to apply to the planning board to get on their agenda.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what I,
So I would recommend that we do that. That we would take the petition, the contents of the position, and
present it to the
present
planning.
it to the planning board.
Okay, I'd be glad to do that. What do
So
you think?
if you concur, we can plan on doing that in the next whatever. Or you and Jesse can, I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm not here.
All we need is 2 votes.
Right. So if you concur, we'll do it. If you don't concur, we'll have a stalemate and talk it out when all 3 of us are present.
No, I concur. I think that's a valid way to go about it. It
Okay.
still has to go through the planning board.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is only one part of it.
Right.
It only presents it to the planning board,
Right.
basically. All right.
Okay.
So you should look at the zoning ordinance, because I'm not sure that the words I'm saying are correct. But basically, you need to draft what you want the change to the zoning ordinance to
Okay.
be, and present that to the planning board.
Okay.
Yep.
What do we, would probably have to present some sort of a map and whatnot, probably.
Yep, you
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
There's some good documentation that was submitted with the petition.
Okay.
All righty.
So did we resolve that?
We're
Yeah,
gonna present it.
We're going to
That was a
present.
vote?
It was.
Okay. It's hard to tell.
It was 2-0.
Okay. I heard opinions, I didn't hear a vote.
Thank you, Dave.
All right. Anything more exciting?
Not at this time.
Okay, well, I'm sure there'll be something in the future, Dave.
Yep, I know there will.
All right. Moving along, we've approved last week's agenda and the bills that were paid in the last 2 weeks. We do have a note from, if I can find it here. We were concerned about the deputy CEO. We contacted Paul Demers, the Office of the State Fire Marshal, and he basically said, in the case of Jesse being out for only a week or so, you can require people to wait, which we don't like to do, for his return. This is generally not a major issue, except some people are on a deadline or against the schedule. It makes that difficult. So we were working towards solving this problem a few months ago, and that person decided he did not want to be a deputy. So nothing was done for the last month or 2. I know Jesse has been working on with somebody else to get them up to speed so he can be a deputy. But that hasn't happened yet, so that's where we are.
So we anticipate then that we're gonna have to wait till Jesse comes back.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I have a
we've-
crick in my neck.
I don't know, Deb, did you talk to Limerick? Was that?
No, I did not.
Okay. That was one of the towns that we had talked to before, that they agreed that they would do it. And when it came to swear the person in, he said, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
So this is a couple CEOs ago in Limerick, but,
yeah, okay.
so,
Do you want me to call?
well, we're talking 2 or 3 days here, really. I mean, if you got word that Jesse, that, I don't know, he's supposed to be back Wednesday or whatever it is, so. But we should make sure that he's working on getting that person at least preliminarily certified. Trying to get my York County. We're gonna need a new police vehicle. Our deputy's had his SUV for over 3 years now. It's got over 100,000 miles on it. And they like to try and replace them around that time. The town does own the vehicle. So there's we'll be able to get a few dollars for it, whatever it might be. And it looks like the newer vehicle, I don't know. There's a lot of discussion around an SUV like we have, or a Ford police pickup truck. I think our deputy favors the pickup truck because of the higher ground clearance, and he can go on a lot more difficult roads. So we'll be keeping people informed of that, and that would be at the town meeting when the deputy's contract is either renewed or not renewed, and the price of the vehicle, for a third of the price of the vehicle, would be included in that cost. We have the 2-page letter from Hastings Law Office, which is representing the Mousers concerning the bill, and they're making additional offers to put money into escrow. We would obviously prefer that they pay rent, since the rent goes to us and the escrow goes to them, in effect, in the long run. But I spoke to our attorney a few hours ago. He's going to write a letter that the select board can look at, review, approve, that gives them some options that we might be able to handle, as in more money or a definite date or that type of thing. York County Sheriff's report, we will get that in a week or so for last month. Animal control, same thing. Nothing on the appeals board. Still no appeal with Mr. Moreau and Mr. Nelligan. Comprehensive Plan Committee had a very good meeting, Harvey, last week.
Yes, we completed going over the first chapter and heading on to the second one. So everything's going pretty smoothly so far.
Secaucus Road, we've had some discussion about that. That's mainly due to the grading and maintenance of the road itself up to the box shop. There's been some communication back and forth. I think the general opinion from the select board right now is the town would be happy to share the cost of, in effect, grading Secaucus Road, since we are responsible for having the box shop at the end of the, or the salt shed at the end of the road. but that they should pay an equal amount also. So that's under discussion. And I think everyone would like to get it graded about 2 times a year. The idea is the road people on the road up to the box shop, those people would pay for, in effect, one grading, and the town would pay for the other. The solar update, Harvey, you want to?
Yeah, we have some disappointing news from that aspect. The Soltage company has had problems with CMP getting a connectivity variance or whatever they call it. And they've put this thing out right now to 2027, which is very disappointing. I have many questions to ask them, and they're supposed to get in touch with us hopefully soon to alleviate our anxiety on this situation.
Soltage or CMP?
Soltage,
Okay.
but CMP is the one that's holding them back.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so we'll have to wait and see what they say and what they plan on doing next.
And can you clarify, please, the grading on Secocas Road? Again, can you say that so I understand? They will pay for it one
Well,
time?
they haven't agreed. I mean, this is just a discussion we're having. They're complaining that the road's bumpy. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Now, part of the bump is caused by their traffic, and part of the bumps are caused by our traffic going to the salt shed or for the power company to do their thing. So it seemed reasonable that both parties should pay for part of the grading of the road. Right now, the town has agreed to do it one time a year, and they're saying it should be done more. So that's where it's at.
Okay, because what, in the minutes last week, Selectman Stacy stated Secocas Road residents should hire a grader. The town will pay their portion as other residents do. That's what I have for note from last week.
That's
So that's why I'm just,
basically what I said. Town, they're gonna pay, our thought is they should pay half of the grading and we should pay half of the grading. Application for a catering permit. David would be happy to know 804 Pendexter Road. Should bring back fond memories. For those who don't know, that's where David used to live. So this is a wedding venue now. They put their applications in, diagrams and all that good stuff, so the town approves that type of, or disapproves, but we approve stuff that's done properly. We have a resident that wants to purchase some town-owned property, about an acre. Notices will go out to abutters. And if it's appropriate, I think he is the only abutter that wishes to purchase it, so we'll work out a price for him to purchase the property.
Are you going to consider
1 acre.
gravel in there, or?
I don't know, we'll have to find out.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any gravel in there or not. I mean, just because we've been having a good time with gravel pits, so I...
Absolutely.
did you make a decision on the gravel pit?
No, because we want to find out more about what it is.
Oh, whether it's licensed?
Whether it is a gravel pit, not gravel pit. We don't think it's permitted. We don't think it's permitted by the state because it wasn't on our list, but it says town gravel pit, so
It does.
people had to get the words from somewhere. This is just the state of Maine passed an ordinance, LD 290, which is a stabilization of property tax on homeowners of individuals 65 years or older. Wouldn't go into effect until next year, and no one has any idea, and this is the state sending us information. No one has any idea how to do it. There's nothing that says if people are over 65. It's just to let you know, in case you hear it and think that there might be a tax break for people over 65. And I'm one of them. Probably not going to happen. We have a notice here on, or a letter on an electric car charging station. Basically, a charging station is standard from Wyndham. We tried this 2 years ago through a state-run program, and we were not selected. We had approved money to do it. Village Variety had agreed to give us the space to do it. And I don't know whether the other towns voted for it or not, but I know we did. And we were turned down. So I don't know how we're gonna, a charging station right now, I don't think is very practical. I know that all electric vehicles are having I don't want to say a difficult time in Maine, but we don't have charging stations, and we have too much area. So people can go long distances in Maine and really to get to where you're going, and there'd be no place to charge your vehicle. So I'm sure that's in the future. Sidewalks, as most of you know, some of you know, there was a meeting a few weeks ago on sidewalks. The sidewalk basically out in front of the daycare, the bakery, up to the Stanley Building, and down past the insurance company.
Yeah.
Past Mill Street too, Harvey? Into?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It goes almost down to the Stanley Building.
Oh, where's it go on the other end? How far up?
Yeah, house right past,
Yeah, just past...
One house
Chalmers.
past Mill Street?
Just
Or
past
the
Chalmers.
insurance?
past insurance.
Okay. And, they're looking forward. We've been in the works 4 or 5 years. Initially, it started out at what, 30,000, 40,000?
The town share would have been 30,000 5 years ago.
Okay, 5 years ago. We had our application in, and now the town share is 60,000. So,
And that's
something
not-
for the budget committee to work on.
And that's not counting the engineering plans that we
Oh,
have.
great. That we have to submit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I am going to contact Southern Maine Development and Planning. They have a person there that will help put the package together, and if I understand correctly, the state will pay for that.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. The state's paying for something.
So while you're gone, I'm going to be setting up an appointment with the gentleman's workshop.
Okay, let me just, all right, so, as some of you may have noticed, Selectman Stacy is ill. So, we wish him a speedy recovery. I don't know if we have any updates. Harvey, you got any more updates other than?
No, I think I got most of them that I wanted to get out.
When is your next meeting?
Next one is, for the comprehensive plan, would be on the 28th of June,
Thank you.
which is posted, thanks to David, already.
We do have a white goods sale in June, white goods sale. It's a sale.
We could sell.
Pickup on June 13th. And we have a special town meeting on the 21st
Yes.
to discuss how we spend the rescue funds from the federal government. And the waste recycling bids are due back next week. I will not be here the next 2 weeks. My wife and I have decided to skip the country and go and do a little bit of genealogy, so Selectman Stacy and Maycomber will do an outstanding job and probably realize they don't need me. So with that, I don't think we have any more. I know Jeff was sitting here patiently. I don't know what happened to the other visit. What happened to Cliff and,
I don't know, they must have heard what they wanted to hear.
Did you know who the other lady was?
Are you going to come back wearing a kilt?
no,
Huh?
no,
Are you going to wear one when you're over there?
no. I have a nice pair of shorts and regular khakis. You'll look like me over there.
In green.
Jeff, you have something you wanted to?
Yeah, just from the very beginning, I guess, I've never seen the selectmen change land use ordinances before.
I'm sorry?
I've never seen the selectmen try to change the land use ordinances before. It used to be the selectmen had nothing to do with the planning board.
Well, in this
I
particular...
know, okay, that's just one thing. And the deputy's car, is it gonna go out for bid
On what now?
on the deputy's car?
The deputy's car is handled by the state, by York County.
And the state's gonna handle it?
Yes, well, York County handles it. They in effect select the vehicle.
But I mean, on the used car,
Oh, the used car, that's gonna be our car. I will get the best price we can for it.
because last time we gave it to the
Right.
state.
They're still using it.
and it's
Well, I know, but we got $2 or
Okay.
$3, we got $3,000 credit, I think, for the car.
Okay. What is I was gonna ask, what's the average for 100,000 miles, 3 years?
No, I have no idea.
A pickup truck, today's gas prices, I don't know. Pickup truck would be the greatest idea, but,
I think it'd be a small one. I don't think it'd be very big.
Well, it'd be a standard size pickup, probably.
okay.
Wow.
All right, well, it's just something to think for the budget committee, because they'll be paying the gas, right?
Well, you're on the budget committee.
Lots of things are going to be on the budget committee.
Yeah, and back to the mill, they're not paying rent, well, whatever, you do that. They're willing to put in the $100,000 that they
Yeah.
were supposed to do 4 years ago.
Well, when they purchased it, they were supposed
When
to
they
put the
purchased it.
100,000,
Well,
right?
maybe we can go back to my original plan, there should be $500,000 in escrow, because that's a big building, and $500,000 could be going in
Well,
a month, so maybe we should just up it.
that would be,
That would be a smart
thought.
thing to do. Yeah.
I don't know if we can change the contractor at this
We
point.
certainly can, it's expired already, right?
no, it
It's got
won't
one more
expire
year
until November, I believe.
Of next year.
Okay.
4 years.
But it's coming up.
It's coming out. Something to think about.
Yes.
It's only fair.
Well, I mean, you think about if they're serious about the development, then the amount of money they put in escrow for the development really shouldn't be a major concern to them.
It's a multi-million-dollar project. $500,000 would be nothing.
That's true. But it doesn't make any difference to us as far as we're not getting the money anyways.
Yeah, we're not making anything.
I mean, it's,
No, but we're not getting enough for the building. Again, if some-
well, I know, if you put $100,000 into something, you're gonna walk away from it?
I will after 10 years.
Well, but they're gonna be
I will
doing
after
things.
5 years. If I put $100,000, if I put $100,000 into it, I could walk away tomorrow and probably sell it for more than I put down.
Okay.
Okay, I could probably, if I put down $100,000.
Yeah.
I could probably sell it for more than that.
Well, we weren't able to sell it for 15 years for anything.
It's a
so-
different market. I mean, houses behind Village Variety, nobody wanted, and then they sell for $250 in a week.
Well,
Yeah.
Things have changed. Markets changed.
That's true.
So, It's just,
It could change back the other way too pretty soon.
Yeah. Okay, anyone?
okay, I think that's my, hope everybody's listening.
Well, you got a chance.
We'll see how
All right.
many views I get now.
Thank you, folks. Thanks, Dave.
Yep. Are we off, David?
No.
Are we